by Patakwong, strikes into the whistle, and comes inside, straight out, Caldwell. Shot was blocked. He'll try it again.
Discusses the side.
Gavin won it the other night. Can he continue it here? He does not. The Cavaliers are the champions.
What was really tough to swallow is once we got to the Final Four, we had an injury to Michael Nanchoff, and then Ampai got injured, and the Anthony Ampai Patakwong got injured in UVA early on and couldn't play the rest of that game or in the final. And those were two catalysts for us, two creative players that kind of helped bring the whole thing together from the back half to the top half. And to have those guys miss significant minutes after playing so much in the season, and to go on undefeated and then losing PKs, I think just left a bad taste of, like, you know, not that we got it stolen from us, but that was ours. And we didn't finish the job, and a lot of guys were really motivated the following year. I believe we started the season against UNC and Wake Forest on the road, two top 10 teams, and won 3-0 and 3-1. I think that set the tone not only for us of, hey, look, we're ready, we can get back at it, but also to the rest of the country that we didn't miss a beat. There was a key addition that we made, Perry Kitchen, who I think, we lost Blair Gavin and Ben Zemansky from 2009, two guys that were in the back of midfield that helped us control games, and then we replaced them with one player, essentially Perry. And Perry was able to, his personality and defending and just talent as a freshman allowed us to continue what we did in 2009 and even be more aggressive in the attack. So I think his addition was a key, and then the other guys were just, determined from game one till the end to just stay focused on that goal. In the first half, we get scored on. We thought the goal was offsides, so the linesman's on our bench, and then we scored to tie it up, and we said something to the linesman, and then one of the assistants, not myself, one of the other ones, said something to the linesman because instead of being up 1-0, we're 1-1. And then Caleb said something to the linesman, and the linesman refused to ref the game unless the referee tossed Caleb. So the referee wouldn't toss Caleb and give him a red card, so the referee walked off the game. So the fourth official had to now go find flags. He wouldn't even let the guy use his flags. He literally walked off, grabbed his bag, left the stadium. So we had no fourth official for most of it. The fourth official had to find some flags and then be the linesman. And then we went on to win 3-3 with Kyle tying it late, and Kyle universally had the top goalie in the country. And we thought going into the game, the only chance we have of losing is if we go to PKs. And we ended up beating him in PKs, which I think knowing how good of a keeper he was made our guys, really, they hit tremendous, their PKs were just unbelievable on that day to get by him and well placed. And, I think that game was in some ways more tense because the expectations was we were going to be in the Final Four. I think 20 of the 22 players went on and played in the MLS. So I think in terms of talent on the field, that was probably the most MLS talent in a college game in my time here. I think we played Michigan early in the year, and then, I can't remember if that was 7-1 or 5-2. We beat them pretty handily. We knew they grew from that game and were playing the best they played all year, and then they scored a pretty early goal. And, I think for us it was we were a little surprised to be in that moment. We worked so hard to get there, and we were now trailing when we knew we were better than a team. And, I think what Perry's goal did was just kind of get us back into our right frame of mind. And, to have the confidence to hit it from that far out and hit it the way he did is why I mentioned at the beginning of the year he's probably one of the real keys in this all happening.
Nanchov, back post header, and Akron has taken the lead.
You know, because we went to the final last year, it was a little tense, especially with the coaching staff. And, you know, Caleb wanted to win, and you're going to go face Ken Lola, who was previous coach at Akron, and Caleb took over for Ken. And Ken left Akron to go to Louisville because he didn't think he could win a national championship, you know, here. And, you know, I knew there was going to be a lot there, and I told Caleb for the first time, I'm like, look, I'm going to miss training. Only training I missed that was non-recruiting reasons, to just study Louisville. I pretty much had Louisville studied before I got to the Final Four, but you know, I needed to withdraw. The tension was there, so I thought we'd go to training. Well, he ends up taking the guys to the beach, so I missed the beach. The guys go have fun, don't train at all. I go back, I miss it, and I work on it. But when I got back, I got the sense of calmness, and guys were a lot more, you know, in their good frame of mind. And, you know, we get to the field, and first thing Caleb says to me is, it's going to be an emotional day, but you need to not be emotional. I need you to help us get through this game tactically. So I, you know, got myself locked in, and I think, you know, once the game started, you know, we knew it was two good teams, but I think throughout the whole time, we had the belief that we were going to figure out the win. And, you know, Scott Caldwell, probably the perfect guy because he's another one that a role player at the time, you know, and Cleveland State was the one game he didn't start because at that time he had 0 goals, 0 assists. So we were looking for somebody that can maybe bring more attack. So we pulled him, and it ended up being a mistake because he kind of was the glue that kind of made things go, especially on that side with Kofi behind him at fullback. So for him to get the goal, and he had 5 goals in the NCAA tournament, you know, I think that just showed the strength of our team. And we won it on a restart when, you know, our strength probably wasn't restart goals. And, you know, obviously at the end there was chaos moments, and we cleared one off the line and weathered a late barrage of Louisville chances. But I think once we got to the game and got settled in, I don't think anybody thought of anything other than we were going to win.
And Patakwan strikes in on the whistle. It comes inside, straight out. Caldwell. Shot was blocked. He'll try it again. There it is for Caldwell. A terrific goal. And Akron has taken the lead.
I mean, I still can remember it, guys, where, you know, some of the players that are, you know, youth national team players crying on the field, and a lot of hugs and celebrations, and just surreal in the moment because you work so hard, and you've been, for that team, they've been so close, you know. You know, just remember the president saying we can stay an extra night, and you know, we stayed and just enjoyed the moment and the victory. And I think for the program, look, we were, you know, since I've been here in 2007, 2008, we improved every year and became known as one of the best teams in the country, and especially the way we play. And to have it kind of solidified with a championship is what you need to take that next step. And, you know, then the goal there is to kind of continue, you know, doing those things. You know, it's special, and we're looking forward to the next one.